Hello and welcome to yet another interesting time in information technology class. My name is Gogoela Thompson, and in this lesson we'll be looking at the topic Spreadsheet packages under the theme Computer Application Packages. In this lesson, we will find out what spreadsheet packages are, what they're used for, and we will also get to see what they look like. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to do the following. First, you should be able to describe spreadsheet packages. Next, you should be able to state at least 5 uses of spreadsheet packages. Going on, you should be able to describe how to load and exit spreadsheet packages. And lastly, you should be able to describe the general features of spreadsheet packages. Let's proceed with the lesson. We all know that we can use the computers for different tasks. One of such tasks is for computation. Using the computer, we can carry out calculations faster than our pen or paper or calculators would. A general name for such computer applications that can be used for calculations is spreadsheet package. A spreadsheet package can be described as an application software with features that can easily sort and arrange data as well as calculate numerical data using mathematical operations. Spreadsheet packages can be used by different people for different purposes in different fields. Now let's look at some uses of spreadsheet packages. Here are some uses of spreadsheet packages. They can be used for result preparation. They can be used to carry out statistical analysis. They can be used for budget management. They can be used to carry out regression analysis. They can be used to prepare sales reports. They can be used to carry out stock analysis and control. They can be used for accounting purposes. They can be used for finance management. They can be used to carry out mathematical calculations, and they can also be used to create charts. Remember, these are just a few examples of the uses of spreadsheet packages. We'll proceed in this lesson by looking at some examples of spreadsheet packages. These are some examples of spreadsheet packages. We have Microsoft Excel, we have IBM SPSS, we have Google Sheets, we have Quattro Pro, and we also have OpenOffice. These are just a few examples. Next, we're going to look at what a spreadsheet package looks like. That means we're going to open one of the spreadsheet packages and see how the environment looks. So we have to open one of these, and I'm going to make further illustrations using Microsoft Excel. To load a spreadsheet package means to open it. In this lesson, we're going to use Microsoft Excel for all illustrations. There are different methods that can be used to load a spreadsheet package, specifically Microsoft Excel. Here are 3 methods. You can open it from the desktop, you can open it from the taskbar, and you can also open it by searching. Now, let's watch an illustration to see how these methods work. To load a spreadsheet package means to open it so that it can be used. I will illustrate 3 loading methods using Microsoft Excel. First, from the desktop, simply locate the Microsoft Excel icon. Double-click on it and wait for it to open. You can also right-click on the icon and then click on Open. The second method is from the taskbar. This is the taskbar. To open Microsoft Excel, simply click on the icon and wait for it to load. This method is only possible when Excel is already pinned to the taskbar. To pin Microsoft Excel, simply right-click on the Excel icon from the desktop and select Pin to Taskbar. The third method is by searching. To do this, click on the Windows icon. Type in Excel. From the search results, click on Microsoft Excel and wait for it to open. Any of these three methods will bring up this window. Simply click on Blank Workbook. And here it is, Microsoft Excel Spreadsheet. So whatever method you decide to use, you will end up in this environment. And this is what the Microsoft Excel environment looks like. So going on, let's look at the features of spreadsheet packages, specifically Microsoft Excel. One very visible feature you'll see in Microsoft Excel is the worksheet. This entire window you see here is a worksheet. And worksheets are made up of spaces formed by horizontal lines. These spaces are called rows. Worksheets are also made up of spaces formed by vertical lines called columns. So, when rows and columns cross paths, cells are formed, as can be seen here. Now, let's go back to the Microsoft Excel environment as we see the different features of the spreadsheet. What was the first thing that caught your eyes on this spreadsheet? Was it the numerous boxes? Mine too. These boxes are called cells, and cells are formed when rows and columns meet. Rows are horizontal spaces that run from left to right across the sheets. And rows are labeled with numbers starting from 1, 2, 3. On the other hand, columns are vertical spaces that run from top to bottom across the sheets. Columns are labeled with alphabets starting from A, B, C, and so on. So you see, when rows and columns meet, cells are formed. And more cells can be seen by moving the scroll bars. There are two scroll bars, the vertical scroll bar and the horizontal scroll bar. The vertical scroll bar can be moved up and down, while the horizontal scroll bar can be moved from left to right. So you see, there are many cells, so many cells. This makes one begin to wonder, how can each cell be identified? Do they all have names? Sure, each cell has an address. The address is formed by combining the column label and the row label. To get the cell address for a particular cell, simply trace the column label and the row label. For example, for this cell, the column label is K and the row label is 8. Therefore, the cell address is K8. Any cell that is selected is called an active cell, and the box of the active cell is usually bolder than every other cell. The cell address of an active cell can be seen in the name box. And beside the name box is the formula bar, which displays the content of a cell, such as formulas for calculations. A group of cells in a worksheet is called a range of cells. This entire page you see is called a worksheet or a spreadsheet. Let's look at other features of Microsoft Excel. At the top is the title bar that shows the file name as well as a short name of the spreadsheet package. In this case, the short name is Excel. Below the title bar are several menu tabs. The menu tabs are File menu, Home menu, Insert menu, Page layout menu, Formulas menu, Data menu, Review menu, View menu, and Help menu. Each menu tab contains several tools, and these tools are revealed when the tab is clicked. Now this is the home menu and its content, and this is the default menu displayed whenever Microsoft Excel is opened. So yeah, its content. This is the file menu and its content. So let's go back to the home menu, and next is the insert menu and its content. The page layout menu, see how the content appears when the tab is clicked. The formulas menu, the data menu, the review menu, the view menu, and the help menu. Okay. Another feature of Microsoft Excel is the chart sheet. The chart sheet displays charts constructed from values. And finally, just as a book contains several sheets of papers, a collection of spreadsheets or worksheets is called a workbook. Several worksheets can be added by clicking on the icon, and the worksheet that is currently being worked on is called an active sheet. So far, we have identified and described different features of a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, and they include the title bar, the menu tabs, which include the file menu, the home menu, the insert menu, the page layout menu, the formulas menu, the data menu, the review menu, the view menu, and the help menu. Next is the name box, the formula bar, cell, row label, column label, scroll bars, active cell, active sheets, worksheets, which is also known as spreadsheets, chart sheets, and workbook. Welcome back. So many amazing features, right? Now it is important to note that after accessing your Microsoft Excel environment, you close it so that you can use it later on. Let's find out how to close Microsoft Excel. Just as there are several methods of loading Microsoft Excel, there are also several methods of closing the Microsoft Excel. Here are some methods. You can close it using the close icon. You can close it from the file menu. You can close it from the taskbar. You can also use your keyboard to close it using some keyboard shortcuts. Now, let's go back to the Microsoft Excel environment as we illustrate these. Microsoft Excel can be closed by clicking on the X icon at the top right corner of the window. It can also be closed by clicking on the File menu and then click on Close. Another method is by closing it from the taskbar. To do this, simply right-click on the Excel icon on the taskbar, then click on Close Window. Now, these are just some of the methods that can be used to close the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet package. And with that illustration, we've come to the end of this lesson. But before we leave, let's have a quick summary. In this lesson, we learned that one of the many uses of the computer is to carry out calculations easier and faster than our paper, pen, or calculator would. We also learned that calculations can be carried out with a computer using application software called spreadsheet packages. Next, we learned that a spreadsheet package is an application software with features that can easily sort and arrange data as well as calculate numerical data using mathematical formulas. Going on, we learned that spreadsheet packages can be used for result preparation, statistical analysis, budget management, sales report, and so on. Next, we learned that some examples of spreadsheet packages are Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, IBM SPSS, Quadro Pro, OpenOffice, and so on. Also, we learned that spreadsheet packages have features such as row, column, cell, cell address, formula bar, title bar, scroll bars, and so on. And finally, we learned that several methods can be used to load and exit spreadsheet packages. At this point, let's try out some exercises. Question 1. Which of these is not a use of spreadsheet packages? Here are the options. A. Create charts. B. Design graphics. C. Prepare results. D. Prepare budgets. And the correct answer is B. Spreadsheet packages are not used to design graphics. Let's try out one more. Question 2. Which of the following icons is used to close spreadsheet packages? The correct answer is C. The icon that looks like X. I believe with all you've learned in this lesson, you can identify spreadsheets whenever you find them. Till we meet in our next lesson. Bye-bye.